Hello students, welcome again. This is the second part of lecture 4. I am going to discuss about some important question to you. This is the chapter 2, lesson number 4 and 5. Answer in a sentence first of all. Number 1, Al-Quran is divided into how many parts? You know, we have discussed Al-Quran is divided into 30 parts. And number 2, how many ayats are there in Al-Quran? There are total 6,236 or contradictory. Someone says 6,666 ayats are there in Al-Quran. You have to memorize the both information. Number 3, Al-Quran divided into how many groups? Al-Quran divided into 2 groups. So you have to ensure to differentiate the groups and parts. Parts are 30 and groups are 2. Next, number 4, what is the number of Makki Surah? The total number of Makki Surahs in Al-Quran is 86. And number 5, the description of Shirk and Kufr has been established which types of Surah? Which types of Surah? The description of Shirk and Kufr has been established in Makki category Surah. Number 6, which surah contains the general principles of Sharia? We have discussed about this in detail in our lecture. The Makki surah contains the general principles of Sharia. What is the number of Madani surah? The total number of Madani surahs in Al-Quran is 28. Next, number 8, the description of Nifaq are mentioned which types of surah? The descriptions of Nifaq are mentioned in Madani surah. Specifically, Nifaq are highlighted in Madani category surahs. Okay. Number 9, which surah contains the principles of Ibadat? The Madani surah contains the principles of Ibadat. Principles of Shariat, Makki surah, and principles of Ibadat are Madani surah. Number 10, what is the meaning of the word Tilawat? The word Tilawat means to read or recite. What is meant by Tilawati Nazira? You know, the visual recitation of Al-Quran is called Tilawati Nazira. And number 12, what is called Tajweed? The method of correct and nice recitation of Al-Quran is termed as Tajweed. This is the definition of Tajweed. Number 13, recite the Quran slowly and clearly. This is the verse. Question may be asked like this. The verse has been taken from which surah? And you have to put the answer like this. The verse has been taken from the Surah Al-Muzammil. What is meant by the word Shan? The word Shan means condition, cause or background. What is the other Arabic terminology or terminology for Shani Nuzul? Already we have discussed in our lecture. The other terminology for Shani Nuzul is Sabali Nuzul. And answer in a short, prepare yourself at your home. Here I have made I have made 5 questions. Write down 4 characteristics of Makki Surah, which you think very easy. You may make a short note. The characteristics of Makki Surah. And the number 2, write down the 4 characteristics of Madani Surah, same as Makki Surah. Number 3, Al-Quran should be studied with understanding. Describe. Already we have discussed in our lecture that only we don't recite Quran, but we have to understand. For that's why we have to know the inner meaning, and you will make a note. Number 4, recite the Quran slowly and clearly. The verse from Surah Al-Muzammil, you have to give the importance of Tajweed here. Number 5, what are the benefits of knowing the Shani Nuzul of a surah? Already we have discussed. We have got the 2 benefits from our text. You may mention this. These are the actually B types of question. And the previous note, note number 1, we have I have uploaded few days ago. Here, let's start. What is meant by Shariat? Shariat means way, path, or road, etc. Number 2, the subject matter of Shariat can be divided into how many heads? The subject matter of Shariat can be divided into 3 heads. You have to memorize properly because these are the informative questions. This is the most important, very important question for your exam. Number 3, how many sources of Shariat are there? This question is very easy, There are 4 sources of Shariat: Quran, Hadith, Ijma, and Qiyas. What is the most important, prominent source of Shariat? Al-Quran is the most prominent source of Shariat. What is meant by Lawhi Mahfuz? Lawhi Mahfuz is a special place, It means the protected tablet where the Al-Quran was preserved at the first time. Okay, next number question 6, where the place of Baitul Izzah is situated. Baitul Izzah is a special place situated in the first sky where Al-Quran was revealed, or in the night of Qadr. Number 7, which night is known as night of power? Night of Qadr is night of power. It is the odd night of the last 10 days of the Ramadan month. Number 8, where the Prophet ﷺ was absorbed in meditations. Everyone know Prophet Muhammad ﷺ absorbed in meditation in the cave of Hira. Hira. Who is the protector of Al-Quran? Allah Himself is the protector of Al-Quran, because Allah Himself says in the Quran, Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafizun. Number 10, how did Prophet ﷺ preserve Al-Quran initially? Initially, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to memorize the revealed ayats instantly for preservation. Number 11, questions: who are called Katibani Wahi? Katibani Wahi, we know the companions that wrote down Al-Quran. And how many Katibani Wahi were there? Katibani Wahi were there 42. There were 42, and their chief was Zaid bin Sabit. Our next question: who was the most leading among Quran scriber? Hazrat Zaid bin Sabit radiyallahu ta'ala, who was the most leading among Quran scriber, and he was the chief Wahi writer or chief scriber. Who first took the initiative to compile Al-Quran? Hazrat Abu Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala, who first took the initiative to compile Al-Quran after the war of or battle of Yamama. Number 15, who was the name of the false prophet? The name of the false prophet was Musaylama Kazzab. You have to memorize his name perfectly. Number 16, in which battle many Hafiz embraced martyrdom? Many Hafiz embraced martyrdom in the battle of Yamama. Number 17, Hazrat Zaid ibn Sabit radiyallahu ta'ala, who adopted how many specific ways in compiling Al-Quran? Most important question. Hazrat Zaid ibn Sabit radiyallahu ta'ala, who adopted 4 specific ways in compiling Al-Quran. Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam approved how many styles of reciting Al-Quran? Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam approved as many as 7 styles of reciting Al-Quran. Number 19, who is called Jami'ul Quran? It's a very easy question. Hazrat Usman radiyallahu ta'ala, who is called Jami'ul Quran. And number 20, who used harkat? Harkat, vowel signs or zer, jobor, pesh, etc. by writing in the Al-Quran. The Umayyad governor, Hazrat ibn Yusuf. You have to sharply memorize the name of Hazrat ibn Yusuf, who used first harkat or the vowel signs by writing in the Al-Quran Al-Karima. And answering a short, question number 1, what is the subject matter of Shariat? Describe. Already you have discussed in our lecture, subject matter. And number 2, what are the sources of Shariat? Quran, Hadith, Ijma, Qiyas. You have to explain for B marks of question. How Al-Quran was preserved? Describe. You have to make a short note in this regard. And number 4, why was the Battle of Yamama? Battle of Yamama, the cause of refusing paying zakat and some false prophethood. And number 5, why Hazrat Usman radiyallahu ta'ala, who was called Jami'ul Quran? Just explain briefly. That's enough. And students, already I have uploaded the today's note, note number 2. Thank you so much. Talk to you later.